Hello and welcome to the Transpiration revision video from scienceworksheets.co.uk. Please like, subscribe and comment to support the channel. Transpiration is defined as the loss of water vapour from the leaves of the plant through the open stomata. When sunlight shines onto the leaves, the guard cells will open the stomata to allow gas exchange for photosynthesis. However, when the stomata are open, water vapour can diffuse out of the stomata, causing transpiration. The rate of transpiration is a measure of the amount of water loss per unit time. The units can vary, but one example of a unit for rate of transpiration could be centimeters cubed per minute. Rate of transpiration is affected by changes to the temperature, humidity, air movement, or light intensity. Increasing light intensity will cause more guard cells to open the stomata to allow gas exchange for photosynthesis, and this will increase the rate of transpiration because more water vapour will diffuse out of the stomata. As temperature increases, the molecules gain more kinetic energy, so they move faster, which increases the rate of diffusion, and so the rate of transpiration will also increase. In addition, higher temperatures can increase the rate of photosynthesis. To take in more carbon dioxide for photosynthesis, the plant opens more stomata. More stomata open means that more water vapour can escape, so the rate of transpiration increases further. Air movement means wind. When there is no air movement, there is water vapour both inside the leaf and outside the leaf, and there is a similar concentration on both sides, so there will be a low water vapour concentration gradient. As a result, there will be low transpiration, so less water vapour will diffuse out of the leaf into the atmosphere. When there is high air movement, the water vapour that is around the leaf is moved away. This will create a high water vapour concentration gradient between the inside of the leaf and the outside, so therefore you will have a high rate of transpiration. So lots of water vapour will diffuse out of the leaf through the stomata. Humidity is the amount of water vapour in the atmosphere. When you have low humidity, the atmosphere is very dry, so there's very little water vapour around the leaf. This will create a high water vapour concentration gradient between the inside of the leaf and the outside, so there will be a high rate of transpiration. However, in a high humidity environment, where there is a lot of water vapour in the atmosphere, there is a low water vapour concentration gradient between the inside of the leaf and the outside, and therefore there will be a low rate of transpiration. The process of transpiration, both the upper and lower surfaces of a leaf have tiny pores called stomata, single stoma. When the stomata are open, gas exchange can occur and water vapour can diffuse out. Guard cells open and close the stomata. When the guard cells are full of water, that means the cells are turgid, the stomata will be open. This is because the inner middle region of a guard cell is thicker, so it cannot bend. As the guard cells fill with water, so they become turgid, the top and bottom of both guard cells push each other to open the stomata. When the guard cells have less water, so they are flaccid, the stomata will be closed. Flow of water across the leaf structure. Water vapour inside the air spaces of the leaf will diffuse out of the open stomata at region 1. In region 2, water in the cell walls of the mesophyll cells will evaporate and replace the water that has been lost from the air spaces of the leaf. At point 3, water that has been lost from one mesophyll cell due to evaporation will be replaced from another mesophyll cell. At point 4, eventually all the water from the mesophyll cells will be replaced by water from the xylem. Water will now move from the roots up the xylem to the leaf to replace the water that has been lost from the leaf. The transpiration stream is the continuous movement of water from the roots, through the xylem, up the stem, and to the leaves where water evaporates from the leaf surface and diffuses out through the stomata. The image shows the flow of water from the soil into the root hair cell, across the root cortex, up the xylem, into and out of the leaf through the stomata. Water enters the root hair cell from the soil by osmosis. Thank you for watching. See our revision notes, the link is in the description.